So, is there any particular event or in your life that apart from personal, like getting married and so forth, which would have been a big thing, but was there any sort of event in the village or in the area that was really excited you or upset you or whatever?
No. Well, of course, the carnivals now, I enjoyed them, enjoyed them carnivals, like, and we used to go to them every, whenever they were on, like. And then the bingo, I like the bingo. Yeah. Like the bingo. I don't drink, I never drank, never drank. So, just the bingo and that kind of, And then you kind of go with Charlie in different places, like, we often go for a meal or that, now and then. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you any memory, or was there anything to remember, we say about, I know you would have been a child, but it's the stories you would have heard, the 1916, which, next year is going to be an anniversary and all of that.
That's right.
And I know you weren't born, but
no.
Did you hear any stories from your parents about that period? And when you were born, 1922, there was a lot of
there was
trouble going on.
There was.
Did you hear any stories about that?
There's a lot now, Aidan. What would you call it 10 years? They used to be going around, like, I think they came from England or something. What would you call them, like?
The Black and Tans,
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It was a bit of trouble at that time. See, I was young, Aidan.
No, you wouldn't have known a thing about it.
No.
But your family weren't affected
no, they
by that?
never talked much about it.
Okay.
No. The Black and Tans, that was the troublesome time. They did tell me about that, like. Yeah. That was very troublesome.
But none of your family were caught up in it in any way?
No, thank God.
You would have known at least about Summerhill House, the big house up the avenue.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was burnt during that
down.
Yeah, the year you were born.
Was that the same year? 22.
Yeah.
March. Yes,
and there was a lot of turmoil after that.
Yeah, there was a lot of trouble then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. But then it died down too, like.
Of course. And the other bits of history, Lynch's Castle and so forth, did you ever hear anything about it?
Not a lot, no. Not a lot, really. No, not a lot. I used to be up and down in Langford, Southmont, up and down.
Did you? Yeah.
And that, yeah.
Just for a walk?
Just for a walk up and down. Lovely estate it is. I still admire it.
Yes.
I still admire it. Like, the trees up along there, it's a lovely estate.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Lovely. Your father lived up there, didn't
That's
he?
Right,
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's a lovely estate. And it was never rebuilt.
No, unfortunately, the ruin was completely demolished then in 1960.
And did you ever hear the story, Aidan, about an old man, Jim Mulvey, often heard Jim Mulvey. Now that I think of it, he lived up in one of them houses. I should go up along there. And he always told us.
On top of Mary Black's Hill, is it?
No, he lived in one of the houses up along from, the row house up that you go up the street.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Yeah, he lived in one enough that I think of it. He lived in one of them houses.
Jim Mulvey.
Jim Mulvey.
Okay.
And now he'd be related to Desi, well, Desi Mulvey.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'd say he'd be an uncle or a granduncle of his. Okay. But he always told the story about Lady Langford when she was alive. And there was a priestess there, and he was walking on the lands, like walking through the estate, and he was reading his office. Priests them years, Aidan, used to read what they called their office every day. It was the prayer book and they finished reading. And he was walking in Langford, reading his office, and Lady Langford came out and she said, excuse me, she said, you have no business in this estate. You're not allowed, there's nobody allowed to walk along in this estate. And he turned around and he said, oh well, he said, ma'am, it'll be a rookery for crows yet. And that is true, Aidan. It was never rebuilt.
Right.
Yeah. Jim Mulvey always told that story.
Right.
He said, I can tell you now, he said, it'll be a rookery for crows yet.
Right.
And that is true. It never was rebuilt.
No.
Strange too, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah. He used to always tell that. story.
Do you have any more of those stories that connected with any of
But
past?
that one, I always remember that one anyway, you know.
Sure.
You know. She didn't want anyone, she said there's nobody allowed to walk on those grounds.
Mm.
You know. Which was terrible too, wasn't it, Aidan?
Absolutely.
You know?
I wonder what period that was, because there were probably 7 generations of Frankfurts, and
that's going back a long time.
some of them were, you know, they were quite good to the locals. You know,
yeah, that's right.
they treated their tenants very
yeah,
well.
they did.
But there may have been other lords there that weren't.
It wasn't. No. But that's true anyway. She didn't want anybody on the grounds. She said there's nobody allowed to walk on those grounds.
Right.
And the priest was just reading his off in the prayer book up. And he turned around and he said, he said there'd be a roof for crows here.
Right.
And I always thought about Aidan. It was never rebuilt.
Of course, yeah.
You know. So there was something strange about it, like way.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
Yeah. But
the old church at Dangan, I know.
I don't remember.
Okay, no, but as a hall, as a parochial hall.
Oh yes, oh God, yes, I danced there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there used to be great dances there.
Yeah.
With Kid Kelly's band, do you remember? You would never.
I know, but I know of it.
You heard of him. Yeah, that would be Pat Kelly's father.
Yes.
He was a great musician with the accordion, and Jack Connor that lived out here. He used to play the drums.
Right.
And there was a Paddy Fortin from Rathmalayan. He used to play the fiddle.
Right.
And they were a great band. They used to play in Dangan Hall all the time.
Right.
And they were great times, like, you know. Oh yeah, I danced there a lot, an awful lot.
Good for you.
Yeah. And we used to have such sport. I often say that to the children now. They don't seem to enjoy the times that we had.
Simple things.
Yes, very simple things, like, you know. Very simple things.
And apart from the dances, was there anything else that went on in the hall?
Well, I suppose there'd be plays and different things, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
and did you ever go to any of the plays?
I did. And some of the plays, I can't remember now, different. Yeah, there used to be different plays. But more or less dancing, like, you know. There's a great hall for dancing.
I think there used to be some sort of a bazaar or a wheel of fortune or something at Christmas.
Yeah, at Christmas, yeah. Yeah, there used to be a Christmas, all right. Yeah, there used to be. And people were very simple them years, like, you know, they enjoyed very simple things, like, you know.
Can you remember any of the really severe winters? Now, I know we had a couple of very severe winters recently.
47, 8, and I'll never forget it. It was dreadful. It started snowing in January, and Patrick's Day was snowing as good as the first day in January. It lasted for ages, and was after the war, and people hadn't much fighting or anything. Oh, that was very hard times. It was very hard on old people. Yeah, dreadful. There was no crickets or anything them years, like, you know.
No.
Oh, and it was very severe. It lasted so long. I always remember that, from January to March. Patrick's Day, it was snowing the very same as the first day. Oh, it was dreadful. But then we had the hottest August that I ever can remember.
In the same year?
In the same year, 47.
Wow.
Yeah. Very hot August.
Okay. And what memories have you of they say, a good summer? There was no swimming pools and so forth, but people used to go to the rivers, didn't
That's
they?
right, they did.
Do you remember
anything? They did. So we used to try. There was a river down in Boys Town coming from Kiltare.
Right.
We used to try to come from school.
Right.
We used to try to suit them, yeah.
Right.
We did.
And did people actually go to swim in the river? So?
Not that I can remember that much, no. People didn't know much about swimming them years, no.
I'm sure you gathered mushrooms and all that kind of thing.
Oh yes, the mushrooms used to be 10 years great. Then everything has changed so much, hasn't it?
So you used to be out around the fields and
yeah. Yes.
And I'm sure in September then there'd be the berries you'd be
berries, that's right, the blackberries and you know, yeah. You never see children doing that now, like.
I don't think so.
No, it's all changed. We used to pick the blackberries and raspberries and, you know, different places. The wild raspberries and lovely. Yeah.
Is there any particular thing you remember from your primary school days when when you were going to school? Walking to school or friends you had?
Oh yes, we had great friends. The Marmins, you often heard of the Marmins. They were neighbours of ours. We used to all walk together to school and walk home to school. And there was Kelly's in Gortram too. They came to school today. They used to call, but they came from the Black Hut in Gortram. That's what the name of the place. Yes, we all walked. So we had our own, you know, coming and going, like, you know, Johnny. We often, in the summertime, we tried to the river in Kiltane, Boys Town. Yeah. Oh, we had happy times. They were happy times, you know. It's all different now.
Have you any memory of Christmas when you were a child?
Yes, we used to love Christmas. So very simple to wait.
Yeah.
Like, I always remember I used to get a stocking. Christmas stocking.
Oh, great.
And I loved that, you know, the Christmas stocking. With all the little bits and pieces in it, you know. But like there wasn't that much either. People couldn't afford it.
I think many people of you know, of that generation wouldn't have known about Santa.
No.
Wouldn't have got a stocking.
No,
so,
that's true.
Yeah, you had
that's true. Yeah, we used to get the stocking and a few bits and pieces now, you know. But like I always remember that kind of all, you were satisfied with that and you loved that, you know.
Sure.
You look forward to that. We were happy with very little aid.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Very little.
And as you said earlier, pretty much everyone else was in the same boat.
Everyone was the same.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone was the same, you know. And people I always thought was very united, like. Neighbours was very good, like, you know. If there was anyone sick or anything, everybody like would be involved and do what they could, like.
Of course.
Yeah, do what they could.
You said your dad worked for Major Fox.
Yeah, he was a herald.
And did you actually live on the farm or on the estate?
We lived in a house just over the road.
Yeah, part of the estate.
It was part of the estate,
okay.
yeah. It was the herald's house, like.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very, wasn't a great house either, Aidan. No.
Well, the same as
I
all
can always,
houses.
yeah, that's right, you're right. It was a kind of a dampish house too, like, you know.
Stone, I'm sure.
Yes, stone too, and
But then,
and the floors were stone floors.
many of the houses in the village then later on were mud walled.
That's right.
Yeah, so at least the stone houses.
Yeah, that's right. I always remember, and I always will remember my father, Lord rest him, the way he'd kneel down in the mornings and at night. You know, people were very good living them years too. You know, the rosary was said every night.
Of course.
Oh yeah. You'd have to say your mystery and, you know.
Yes.
You know,
all the family would
all
join
the
in.
families put together.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. People live lovely, very simple lives.
Of course.
You know. I always remember my father, Lord rest him, we used to go to a house dance, only down the road, like. The man used to play the melodeon, as they called it, them years. And like we used to go until about 10 o'clock, we'd have to be home at 10 o'clock.
But you'll be, what, you'll be 15 or 16?
That's right, around that age, 16 or 17.
Okay.
But I remember my father one night, he was upstairs and there was a couple of fellas outside and he had some St. Edwin, you know, God when I think of it now. He said, I don't think I'll let you out again. I had that fella there, I don't know who he was. And my father was very quiet man, he didn't know, wouldn't be in touch with many, like, you know. I said, I don't know whether I'll let it go now. That was terrible language. Lord, I often think of it now, Aidan.
I know.
You know,
Sure.
it's every second word now.
But you were probably lucky to be in the family you were because they were respectful and
Yeah. Oh,
didn't,
very.
yeah. But,
Very.
but in fairness, probably not every family would have been like that
Well,
at
I
that
suppose
time.
you're
So,
right.
yeah.
Well, you're right. You know, and they never spoke bad about anybody.
No.
You know,
Yes.
no,
Wonderful.
no, never. Oh, they were different. They were lovely people, you know, like
Yeah, of
lovely
course.
people, like, you know. Times have changed so much, you know. But that's going back a long time, right?
Into that.
Yeah, it is.
Then your own family, you have the one lovely daughter.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm very lucky.
Of course you are.
Because I thank God every day. Yeah, she's very good, very good. How was your family, Aidan?
They're fine, thank you.
They're good.
Yeah.
How many did you have, Trina?
I've four.
Oh, four. Two boys and two girls.
No, three girls and a boy.
Ah, right. And are they all
They're all working, thank God, and out and about, yeah.
Yeah, and at home with Jason?
No, they're not. They're all one place and out. My eldest daughter's married.
Oh, right.
And she lives in Kildalkey, and my second daughter is in Swords. She's teaching up there, and
right.
she stays up there. And
yeah.
my son is out on his own, out and about as well. He's living in his boy at the moment. So
good.
yeah, they're all out there.
Yeah, good. I never knew, like, I mean, I wouldn't be out that much, you know, like, you know what I mean.
But children grow up and
they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They grow up very fast, don't they?
No.
Yeah, what they do. But thank God for them, sure. Like
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, children, family are great, yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm really delighted, and I'm sure the future generations will be delighted with your contribution.
Right, I hope now it's a help to you, like.
Well, I mean, it's your story, and it's fabulous, and it would be a shame to lose it. So,
I know.
we're very grateful, and thank you very much.
Very much.